Aloha. Welcome to Cluster B Free Karen. Zero tolerance for toxicity and bulletproof boundaries is very important when you have survived narcissistic personality, disorder abuse, and abuse by other toxic entities and situations. Now that you've overcome the situation in terms that you no longer reside with or allow that narcissistic person or toxic group of people in your life, life is going to present to you new opportunities to establish your boundaries, to show that I'm not going to tolerate toxicity. I am someone, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am a child of God. I spend cash money. Cash money has been spent. And I deserve what I was promised. In the love bomb, the narcissist promises you everything, promises you how wonderful life is going to be. They will even go so far with the future faking to promise what things are going to be like now, should you commit to them, and what they're going to be like in the future. In this case, a room with a city view. This is what I was shown when the hotel was scouted, and the view was adequate. It was acceptable. It was actually lovely. Having been a resident of the Waikiki area many times before since 1991, the view of the city is wonderful. It's exciting to look at. Everything is not necessarily an ocean view, but there are plenty of rooms, the Alawai Canal, and the view of downtown Honolulu and the surrounding areas. Checking in last night, very tired. I went to dinner. I was a bit hungry. When I came back later, exhausted, I went out on the balcony and checked my view. Well, beautiful buildings, nice lights, but this is not a city view. Now, the old person would have just tolerated it. You know how we did with the narcissist? They promised us something, showed us something, but gave us something much less. And I made a decision. Zero tolerance for toxicity. And bulletproof boundaries means that you don't make exceptions. You're going to be in a room for several days. You're going to enjoy a little mini Waikiki vacation. It didn't take me about 30 seconds to make the decision to call the front desk and remind them of what I was promised and what I received. Not to mention, even though I enjoy music, I'm on the same very level where the live music is playing, and it's a weekend, so you know it's going to be a bit noisy. I simply made a phone call, stated my position, and suggested that this was inadequate, and being a part of the very choice making by bringing this particular location to the view of those who were in charge, I felt that I had been disappointed and let down. I explained it to the clerk and said, you can transfer me to the manager, but perhaps you can be assistants. After a few moments, they came back, apologized, and upgraded my room to a beautiful view of Diamond Head. This is what I'm talking about, people. You've already been neglected. You've already been promised and let down. Now for the rest of your life, whatever the situation, doesn't have to be romantic. It can be a job. It can be a hotel room that you're promised. It can be a work situation or a group situation. Whatever the situation is, when you've been retained and you've made an agreement to participate in something based on certain concepts and rewards, don't accept less. You compromise yourself. This is how you wind up one day wondering what happened to me. It's because you allowed someone to give you less than what you deserve. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are a child of God. You are a servant. You are a warrior. Stand for your rights. Accept nothing less than what you were promised, and when you don't receive it, make an objection and make a change. No, you don't have to be ugly about it. Be kind, but be direct and be factual. And find your zero tolerance for any toxicity and boundaries being changed. Find and acknowledged and upgraded and taken care of and given what you were promised. Anything less is not acceptable. Apply this to every area of your life: friends, jobs, romantic partners, family members. Don't tolerate less than the best. Don't tolerate things that you know are not acceptable. Be safe, love the Lord, and have bulletproof boundaries and zero tolerance for toxicity. Aloha.